tried to hit, it looked like Julian Rodriguez on just a quick little.
Number 13, the intended receiver.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 here. Good run there by number 2 for the Southwest Legacy Titans, Cano Esquivel. He is a junior wide receiver, and that's going to move the chain. So big 3rd down there for the Southwest Legacy Titans. They pick it up, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. So Southwest Legacy Titans, Coach Bruce has got to be impressed. They've converted on multiple big 3rd downs here in the game so far. Have played, pretty clean football so far. Just haven't been able to get in the end zone yet, but have been great in the clutch moments so far this game. Snap, quick pass to Esquivel. He's going to run it outside, but he is hit pretty hard by number 24, Eric Govea for the Bulldogs, knocked out of bounds. He's going to pick up about two, maybe 3 yards here. Yeah, picks up about 2 yards. Coach, pretty fast moving first quarter so far. I know you were working on some of the tech back there, but pretty fast moving football so far.
Been trying to keep an eye on the game and trying to keep an eye on all the settings here, going back and forth and up and down the field. We just haven't gotten into into pay dirt yet.
Nope.
Southwest Legacy now in their 2nd possession of the game and the keeper, and that looks like Ramos going right up the field, and he's moved the chains again.
Yeah, Ramos and James Ross have been 2 of the big movers on this Southwest Legacy offense so far. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1, so 3rd and pretty short here. We'll see if the Bulldogs can get a stop, or if the Southwest Legacy Titans are going to keep converting like they have been on 3rd down. And that's going to be no good. Big stop there by the Bulldogs. It's tackled by number 36, Ezra Mays. We've seen him a couple of times today. And so that's going to bring out the punting unit again for the Southwest Legacy Titans. Burbank Bulldog, number 2, Johnny Alvarado, set back to receive the punt. Snap. High kick there. High punt for Southwest Legacy. Ball rolls out right at the 43-yard line. So it's going to bring out the Burbank Bulldog offense yet again. And we have 45 seconds left here in this first quarter, so it has been a very, very quick moving game so far. Again, not too many penalties for either side, not a lot of, stoppage on the clock. Snap. And a huge, and almost a sack there, but Burbank Bulldog quarterback Kevin Hernandez is somehow able to escape what looked like was going to be a massive sack for the Titans. And now it looks like the referees are chatting a little bit. I'm not quite sure what the conversation is about. The yardage Hernandez gained looks like they're set to move way back here. So they're going to spot this one as a second down at the 38-yard line. Snap. Hernandez, he hits a wide open Leo Lozano, and another pass drop there for the Bulldogs. Receivers just having a hard time bringing those passes in, but they look really good, coach, coming from quarterback Kevin Hernandez.
Kevin Hernandez had an excellent sophomore year, and back for his junior year, he's got a brand new head coach. I'm sure that one of the things that Michael Mull, when he mulled over that roster and he saw Kevin Hernandez would be his quarterback, that was certainly on the plus side of the ledger.
Hernandez rolls out, loses his helmet, so they're gonna end the play right there. But really good job by the defensive line there for Southwest Legacy. They've poked through several times there, and we're gonna get a quick sub as Roman Garcia, a freshman, comes in to get a varsity snap here. And just kidding, Kevin Hernandez back in. I thought maybe they had to pull him out there because he lost his helmet, but
no question on that call, Haley. Face mask.
A little bit of a face mask, don't you think?
A little bit of one, a little wardrobe malfunction there on the face mask, and the whole helmet comes off, so the flags come flying in, no doubt about that. A 15-yard penalty will be marked off against Southwest Legacy, and it'll put the ball on the Titan side of the field.
Yeah, devastating. I don't know if devastating is the word, but tough penalty there.
It was
for
a
the
tough
Titans,
penalty. It
who
seemed
were
like they had
putting
Kevin
together.
Hernandez.
Yeah, they're putting together a really good defensive stand. And that is going to do it for the first quarter. So we're all knotted up, still scoreless here at Alamo Stadium. Burbank Bulldogs, Southwest Legacy Titans, 0-0. So we are going to take a quick commercial break before we head into the second quarter. You're watching high school football here on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
The attorneys and staff at Quezada, Larmond, and Brignac PC earn their clients' trust by serving with integrity and honor. QLB is committed to getting its clients' lives back on track. We represent cases that fall into the areas of family law, probate law, civil law, HOA law, and real estate law. The QLB team stands ready to assist our clients in all litigation. Our attorneys have extensive experience representing hundreds of clients, and we're well versed in Texas law and well acquainted with the court systems. Whether you need a trust, will, civil, real estate, or family lawyer, you can count on QLB. We know that your family is extremely important to you, and as our client, it is important to us as well. We strive to represent our clients as effectively and efficiently as possible. Our divorce and family lawyers know that working through the impersonal world of the legal system does not match the emotions you may feel. That is why, whether it's divorce, adoption, or any other area of family law, we strive to reduce caring, understanding, and clear communication.
Bulldogs last season went 7-4 overall, 6-3 in district, and took second place in district, while the Southwest Legacy Titans last season went 5-6 overall. However, they went 5-3 in district and got third place. So both teams made the playoffs, very evenly matched on paper. And Coach Bruce it was very enthusiastic about getting some new guys into the program, first varsity snaps, while Coach Mull, new to the Burbank Bulldog program, was just completely fired up about this game overall. So we're going to get a 2nd and 4 here for the Bulldogs. They're at the 11. And was
flags before the snap.
Looks
Haley,
like a false
looks
start.
like a false start. This is again, we thank you for staying with us. First time on RC Audio Sports Channel 2. This is some of the glitches that will occur on an inaugural stream. We think we are through them here. Second time that the Bulldogs have been in the red zone. Am I right? I'm watching the game and trying to hit some of the technical spots here. So make that a 1st and goal from inside the 10-yard line for the Burbank Bulldogs. Haley, what stalled us the first time? What was the stall the first time?
Just a couple of, honestly good defense by the Titans as Hernandez.
A swing pass out to the left.
Swing.
Oh,
yeah.
My goodness. I think we're in the end zone, Haley. Robert Martinez. You know what it was? It was the internet connection.
So the Burbank Bulldogs are going to strike first with a touchdown pass from Kevin Hernandez to Robert Martinez, a junior running back on the team. Bulldogs strike first, 11-yard touchdown.
With 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in the first half here, the second quarter, the Bulldogs have drawn first blood. They're in the end zone, second time in the red zone. They get there this time. And number 80 is the kicker for the Bulldogs. That's going to go a little bit wide. We'll tell you it was Eduardo Gomez. Anyway, because we're sure that he's going to come back and have more success as we go. You are watching Saturday morning football on RC Audio Sports 2 at Southwest Legacy and the Burbank Bulldogs. We'll be right back.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
And we bring you back to Alamo Stadium, where the Southwest Legacy Titans have taken the short trip here. The Burbank Bulldogs hosting in the season opener for both games, a game that was originally scheduled for the SAISD Sports Complex on a Friday night. Venue is not ready yet to host a football game, so we've postponed the SAISD Sports Complex opener to next week, and we've got Saturday morning football for you here. The Bulldogs have hit pay dirt first. It's 6-0, and Gomez getting ready to kick off. It's going to be a high lob, fair catch. He touches it, free ball. Looks like an orange jersey has pounced on it.
No, and they're going to signal this is still the Titan football.
The official, sideline official has signaled that it is Titan football.
And not surprised to see that short kick, Coach. We were down there doing pregame interviews, and they were practicing that exact kick, that exact sort of play to get the game started. So not surprised to see that from Coach Mull. Again, just trying to be the quickest, most explosive offense in the city here. So not surprised to try to see them get the ball back very quickly here to start second.
We're a little bit further away from the action. But I'm going to call that, Haley. I'm going to guess that was an inadvertent whistle, a fair catch. He didn't get possession of it. Burbank fell on the loose ball, and but the Titans will get it. I'm going to say a whistle blew on the fair catch, thinking that he was going to field that. And the Titans, very fortunately, with a possession of the football. Quarterback keeper right up the middle is good for about a 9-yard gain there. So dodging a bullet, the Southwest Legacy Titans have done. Julian Rodriguez on first down moves it up 9 yards, and right on schedule here, the official says, nope, that's not 9, that's 10. Move the chains.
Move the chains.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Titans at their own 48-yard line.
And Ramos signaled, hey, move those chains, so not surprised to see that there. He had probably the best view.
This time it's a swing pass out there to Julian Rodriguez, and out in space he's able to dodge a couple of tacklers and get upfield for a 7-yard gain. He's all the way, it looks like there's a flag on the field. Not sure. 2
flags, Coach, one by the downfield ref and one by the ref that was closest to the play.
So he's dropping it right there at the 48-yard line, which tells me it's some level of a spot foul. The official says it's an illegal block, and that's going to come back 10 yards from the point of the infraction, coming back back to the Legacy Titans end of the field here, 43-yard line. We'll replay first down with that mark off. It'll be a first down and 17.
Big first down here for the Titans.
A flag right after this. Nope, the flag before the snap. Can't hear the whistles way up here. The play is blown dead from the official nearest our sideline. The referee's going to tell us it's a false start against the Titans, so mark off another 5 yards. And after a good start on this drive, the Titans moving backwards now, 1st and 20, if my math is serving me here.
And the game started off really, really clean for both teams. You know, pretty much penalty-free football. Looks like second quarter, we've been plagued by a couple of false starts. We've seen a face mask. We've seen a couple of different fouls here, so kind of lost some of that.
A face mask, a legal block,
yes,
a false start
we've
here.
We've lost some of that clean football we did get the chance to see in the first quarter.
Hard to say on schedule, and this time it's going to be put up in the air. He's got a receiver downfield. Cano Esquivel looked like he might have had a step on the defender, but the pass was overthrown. Ramos unable to connect on that, so we'll come back for a second down and 20 after 3 penalties and an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Coach, you can't, we were talking about it before the game got started. It's pretty hot out here, so you got to wonder, we're getting into a little bit of I guess, middle-ish of the second quarter. Are the guys hot? Is that why we're starting to see kind of some of the sloppy play come through? Don't really know here. But we'll see if the Titans can convert here on 2nd and 20.
From a preparation standpoint, Haley, you got to figure a lot of hurdles here. Not a whole lot of varsity games are played. High school varsity games are played at 10 o'clock in the morning. So
on a Saturday.
On a Saturday morning at that. So this time it is number 5. It's quarterback, and we've seen him do that before. Alejandro Rodriguez looks to be maybe the quicker. Looks like Coach Bruce might be going with a big and a small here, maybe a passer and a runner, but that was Rodriguez, his second, at least, his second run attempt there right up the middle. He gets a little bit of yards back, but still with I beg your pardon, with Rodriguez back in there, it's going to be a little bit of a longer jaunt.
We're going to get a timeout on the Bulldogs. They want to talk it over with 3rd and 11. We will take a quick commercial break before we come back in the action. You're watching Saturday Morning High School Football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
Prom 2023 is just around the corner, and you want to look your best. At Rex Formal Wear, we've got you covered. Choose from a wide range of styles and sizes and let our expert staff help you find the perfect fit. Don't wait. Come in and reserve your tuxedo today. Visit now and be the talk of the night.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
And we are back here as the Southwest Legacy Titans are facing a third and long, 3rd and 11 here. 8 minutes, 53 seconds left in the second quarter, but the Bulldogs are leading 6-0 after a touchdown pass from Hernandez to Robert Martinez, and the Titans trying to strike back here in the second quarter. Snap, handoff, yet another handoff, swing back to swung back to Cano Esquivel, but that's not going to do it, so we're going to still have...
It'll be 4th down and long here after the double reverse. It was Cano Esquivel taking the second handoff, and Coach Bruce going to the second chapter of the playbook early in the season here, showing a double reverse, and Cano Esquivel did get some positive yards, but not enough, really even to get to the original line of scrimmage. So we're looking at a 4th down and 12. The Southwest Legacy Titans will punt once again. Back to receive the snap.
Johnny Alvarado, number 2. Tried to get the favorable bounce there. Oliver Mendoza with the hustle play, trying to tip the ball right back into the second 2-3 yard line, but had a funky bounce on it, so that's gonna put the ball at the 20 for the Burbank Bulldogs, and Kevin Hernandez with 7:50 on the clock here in the second quarter. Coach, do you think the Bulldogs here are gonna try to, run that fast-paced offense and get another touchdown quick, or do you think they're gonna try to eat up the rest of the clock for the second quarter?
Haley, I'm going to say that with Kevin Hernandez quarterbacking for the Bulldogs, it's going to be quick regardless.
There's only one speed.
There you go.
Fast.
And maybe when the game is in the bag, if they down the stretch and through the season, if they have a game in the bag late in the game, you might see that gas pedal get pulled back just a little bit. But with Kevin Hernandez, I think the Bulldogs last year at least one speed and was full, and we'll see. Of course, I wouldn't expect them to slow down here. So in the backfield with Kevin, number 5 and number 2, Johnny Alvarado and Leo Lozano. Kevin Hernandez will take the snap, and he'll send Lozano in motion. A pocket pass, looking downfield. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's hard to bring down. He's going to say, he finds a receiver on the sideline. The officials are indicating that it has been caught, and a nice catch by Gail Guerrero.
Good enough for a Bulldog 1st down.
So
Give Bulldogs a 1st and 10. Off their own direction.
a play that didn't look like it was going anywhere, Haley, was ended up with a 7-yard gain. Again, we talk about tempo, quick snap on a gain, and that handoff goes back to 22. So Gail Guerrero again back to back gets his number gets called on back-to-back plays, and with the ball moving again, line is ready to go. Tell us when, Kevin. Tell us when. All right, he's rolling to his right. He's tucked it in. Looks like he wants to keep that one, and why not? A lot of green space out in front of him, out beyond the 40-yard line, pushed out of bounds at the 42.
It's an easy 1st down there for the Bulldogs, and again, they just run such a fast-paced offense. Like Coach Mole said, they want to be the quickest, and I feel like it's hard for the Titans defense to really keep up with them right now.
Uh-oh. Kevin Hernandez taking the snap, and he's bobbled the ball. It's free and bouncing around. Looks like it's a white jersey that has come up with it.
Yeah, and that's going to, announcer's jinx there. It's going to be a recovery by Howard Freeman, number 28, a defensive lineman, a senior. So a big fumble recovery there for the Titans. That's going to give them great field position to get on the board here before the halftime show, or the halftime's up.
For Kevin Hernandez, it wasn't the best snap that he'll receive all season, but he did have it in his hands. The Southwest Legacy Titans defense made some quick penetration, and Kevin had to note that, wasn't able to bring the ball, bring the snap into his possession. So great field position for the Southwest Legacy Titans on this turnover at the 25-yard line, at the Bulldogs' 25-yard line, and just outside of the red zone. Ramos taking the snap for Southwest. He's fakes a handoff up the middle. This time, he's a Bulldog. I mean, he's a bowling ball. Yes,
He's definitely not a Bulldog.
He's not a Bulldog because he's wearing green and white, but he is a bowling ball. I thought he was going to get stopped there at the line of scrimmage, and he was able to forward momentum his way to the 20-yard line. So ball sitting right outside the 20, 2nd down and 4. Southwest Legacy Titans benefiting from a Burbank Bulldog turnover, and they are on the march now.
Ramos has been the go-to guy for the Titans, just quick runs up the middle.
It's a big guy. And again, a fake handoff. He's looking down the middle. He sees
Great
he's got a receiver
pass.
right up the middle. Number 8 he finds. He's in the end zone. I beg your pardon. Number 8 is Julian Rodriguez. Boy, a nice catch and run for Julian Rodriguez. He was open in the middle, evaded a couple of tacklers, and he finds his way to the end zone. It is 6-6 now. We're in the 6 minutes, 24 seconds left to play in the second quarter. We're all tied up. The Titans with an opportunity to take a lead as they put the tee out on the field. Number 88 is the Southwest Legacy Titans kicker.
We're going to get, looks like a timeout on.
You get a timeout. Yeah, not a rare thing to see on a game 1 of the season. Maybe getting your right personnel in, making sure that you're ready to go on your checks and your fakes and everything else. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I am a trial attorney.
And we are back here where Julian Rodriguez just hit Fabian Ramos for we're back here. The Southwest Legacy Titans just scored their first touchdown of the game, led by Julian Rodriguez. We see the kick up, and it looks like it is good. So that's going to put the Southwest Legacy Titans on top, 7-6, here with 6 minutes, 24 seconds left in the second quarter.
You're watching high school sports on RC Audio Sports 2, our second YouTube channel. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
The attorneys and staff at Quezada, Larmond, and Brignac PC earn their clients' trust by serving with integrity and honor. QLB is committed to getting its clients' lives back on track. We represent cases that fall into the areas of family law, probate law, civil law, HOA law, and real estate law. The QLB team stands ready to assist our clients in all litigation. Our attorneys have extensive experience representing hundreds of clients, and we're well versed in Texas law and well acquainted with the court systems. Whether you need a trust, will, civil, real estate, or family lawyer, you can count on QLB. We know that your family is extremely important to you, and as our client, it is important to us as well. We strive to represent our clients as effectively and efficiently as possible. Our divorce and family lawyers know that working through the impersonal world of the legal system does not match the emotions you may feel. That is why, whether it's divorce, adoption, or any other area of family law, we strive to reduce the anxiety and stress of the situation through caring, understanding, and clear communication. In San Antonio, call the law offices of Carlos Quezada at 210-606-6568 or visit us in person.
And we are back after a Southwest Legacy Titan score. It was Julian Rodriguez who scored. Alex Guzman provided the extra point. The Titans have taken the lead 7-6. Guzman on the tee is trying to a little bit good for the goose, good for the gander type kick. A lob, high right lob kick. The Bulldogs up to the task, able to field that, and they'll start this drive from their own 33-yard line. The Southwest Legacy Titans on their previous scoring drive have benefited from a turnover, a Bulldog turnover at the 25-yard line. Promptly took 3 plays to get in the end zone. A Fabian Ramos pass to Julian Rodriguez was the score. Alex Guzman with the PAT, and the Titans leading now in the second quarter at Alamo Stadium. 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the half.
They're chatting something over here.
Kevin Hernandez, quick route, looking for a curl there. His intended receiver, Izzy Zapata, but the ball was batted down at the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage will remain the 35-yard line. Kevin Hernandez looking over to the sideline. The offensive line set to go. Still up tempo, Haley. Kevin Hernandez, this time he rolls, and he tucks it early in the play, so he's going to keep this one. All he needs is just a little bit of a seam to get through. Out of bounds, some contact after he was out of bounds. The flags will fly, and yeah, that was
a little bit of a late hit there.
That was maybe there might have been some gray area on that call, but I'm going to say he was out of bounds, taking a couple of steps.
I think so too, and it looks like Enrique Sanchez didn't look like anything dirty or anything like that. It was just probably trying to get him out. It was a step too late.
Just a continuation of the plays, a little bit of hustle. He got there late. Kevin Hernandez already out of bounds. The flags fly. Another 15-yard penalty. It's the second 15-yard penalty here against the Southwest Legacy Titans defense tonight. So they Burbank Bulldog offense isn't going to need much help. The handoff goes right up the middle, and he's stymied by number 61 of the Titans offensive line, Roland Segovia, with a tackle for a loss.
Big tackle there by Roman. Just wrapped him up, had nowhere to go. That's going to be a loss there, 2nd and 12.
Quick snap again, and a quick tuck. This time it's around the left side, and you see the speed. He turns the corner to the 30-yard line, but there is a flag that was thrown right at the point of attack. See a flag deep in the secondary, and one right along the at the point of attack. So we're going to come visit with the white hat. Let us know what we got.
Leo Lozano there with that run. He put on the Jets. Only a sophomore, but fantastic carry and fantastic run by Lozano.
Coach Mull mixing it up a little bit and moving the assignments around, which probably is not a bad idea on a morning that's as humid as this one. The kids are, endurance is going to play a factor here, as it did last night. It's anybody who lives in San Antonio, I don't have to tell them, it's just a little warm here.
Tiny bit warm, but I know, Coach, they are probably practicing in the heat in the mornings, probably practicing a little bit earlier than our game today, but definitely know that this is not the first time either of these teams have had to play football in the heat, but definitely is playing a factor. It's the first game of the season, right?
It's the first game of the season. That always plays a factor, and the temperatures are just a little bit hotter than normal here. And there were actually a couple of penalties on the play. A couple of them nullified each other, but there was a dead ball foul. And that one will be assessed against the Burbank Bulldogs. So a quick snap and then a give back to Kevin Hernandez.
Wide open.
Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh. Number 4, Matthew Reyna, looked like he had some room here.
Penalties after the play.
Looked like he had some room here, and the officials ruled that it was incomplete. I wasn't sure if he had taken a step with that. We got some activity after whistles, and the boy, it's every flag in a pocket flew there.
Coach Moll looks like he's out on the field trying to get an explanation of what happened. Does not look pleased. We've seen that a couple of times for the Bulldogs, thanks to some of their receivers are getting a little too excited. We've had some really fantastic passes from Hernandez and wide open.
Well, these will be offsetting penalties. It's unsportsmanlike against the defense, unsportsmanlike conduct and against the offense. So those 2 penalties will offset. They'll serve as warnings. And, of course, you know, in high school football, your second unsportsmanlike conduct, you'll have to leave the game. So that's, you know, giving notice to both teams that we're here to play football, and let's play it cleanly between the whistles.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs. Just a couple of mistakes here. And, Coach, the first quarter went by so fast, but you can see now we're getting a timeout here on the Bulldogs. We'll keep it right here, but the first quarter went by so fast, you know, penalty-free, mistake-free, error-free football, and you can see now we still have 5 minutes, 30 seconds left here in Q2. I guess, what do you think? Where do you think the wheels fell off a tiny bit for both teams in between then and now?
Well, there's a lot of ways. It's an excellent question. You make me ponder that. A lot of ways that you can go on that. One way, one thing that you might consider is that the coaches have some plays scripted, and the offensives kind of have some things ready to go. And then as you get into that second quarter, you start having to be a little bit more situational. Maybe coaches going a little deeper in that playbook. And you've just always, this is just always going to happen in the first game of the season. But you're exactly right, Haley. It's the penalties really that have slowed the game down. And here in the second quarter, I believe we went the first quarter penalty free.
I think we had 2 penalties first quarter. We had one, I think, false start to get the game started, and I think we had another false start, but. We're back out of here. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. 3rd and 12 here for the Burbank Bulldogs. They're down 6-7. Kevin Hernandez is going to take the run himself, but he is brought down in the backfield by number 52 for the Titans. Great tackle there by Jose Tellez, a senior defensive lineman for the Titans. So it's going to be 4th and 15. Now, last time this happened, it looks like we have a flag. Not quite sure. The Bulldogs here confused me a bit on the punt situation. They try to snap the ball very quickly. It looked like there was a false start there, which I'm assuming they were trying to draw. So false start on the Titans. So that'll give Burbank some extra yardage to work with, an extra 5 yards there.
Kevin Hernandez being the punter, it gives the Bulldogs the option of, having a called play in a punt situation. With the once they saw that the Titans jumped off sides, they went with the free play. But right here, Kevin Hernandez has the option of punting or running the play, and he likes what he sees right down the middle, and that'll be good enough to move the chains as he finds Rene Espinosa on on just a streak right from that tight end position, and first down. The Bulldogs ready to go again. This time it's a direct snap to number 5, Leo Lozano. He's around the left edge of the offense, and that's good for another 10 yards. And let's move the chains inside the red zone. You get the tempo here. You move the chains, and the Dogs are going. They're just not giving the Titans any opportunity to set. Kevin Hernandez again with the keeper. And this time, no gain as a number of Titan defenders meet him at the line of scrimmage. But you really, Haley, you really see the tempo. Anytime you've got a positive play, especially when you move the chains, I mean, Coach Mull and the Bulldogs are going to just want to get that ball going. They want to snap it in a hurry.
Yeah, and I keep coming back to it. He said they want to be the fastest offense in San Antonio. We see the pitch back to Renee again, or excuse me, Leo Lozano, I believe that was. Let me
Leo
get
Lozano, who
eyes
took
on
his
it.
took the pitch here for a little bit of an end around of play there. We've got a player down on the field, and he'll be tended to. So we'll have an officials timeout here. You're watching high school football on a Saturday morning on our RC Audio Sports 2 channel. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
The On Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we are back to live action. Rene Espinosa was the athlete who was a little bit slow off the turf, and he left the field under his own power. Looks like he's going to be okay. 3rd and 5, and the Bulldogs are snapping it, looking downfield to the line of scrimmage, and the pass is incomplete. Another quarterback now for the Burbank Bulldogs, Roman Garcia.
Looks like that.
I beg your pardon. Yes, Roman Garcia at quarterback for the Bulldogs now.
Burbank Bulldogs have a 4th down, 4 yards to go. Ball at the
4th down and 4 yards to go. As you might have heard the PA announcer tell us, Kevin Hernandez back in the ball game. Coach Mull not sending the field goal team out onto the turf. So still make a 1st down. Plenty of room to make a 1st down and not score. About 4 yards to go here for the Bulldogs. A snap to Kevin Hernandez. It's a keeper, and why not? They've got his shirt. He's fighting to get in the end zone. The officials say yes. Touchdown. It was a tug of war. Kevin Hernandez took the snap around the left side and up the field. Had some Titans holding on to that jersey, but weren't able to deny him to score. So a touchdown for the Burbank Bulldogs at 3 minutes and 41 seconds to play in the 2nd quarter. They've retaken the lead. It is 12-7.
Burbank missed that first extra kick here, so we'll see if Gomez has the chance to redeem himself here with the extra point. Snap, the
That was
kick.
clean.
Looks good, but there is a flag on the field, so we'll see what the
Eduardo
penalty.
Gomez's kick was good. As Haley tells us, there is a flag at the line of scrimmage thrown from the official here at our sideline. It may have been an alignment problem. Maybe somebody was in the neutral zone. We'll let the officials tell us. The teams are leaving the field, so it doesn't look like there will be a second attempt. That would indicate that it was not against Burbank. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. The extra point is good, and the penalty will be marked off at the kickoff. You're watching high school football from Alamo Stadium on RC Audio Sports 2, our 2nd YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
under 4 minutes left.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
Once in a lifetime, we stand in the spotlight. The world waits on our next move. Got the keys to the kingdom, tasting the freedom. So what are we gonna do? Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna bring us down.
And we bring you back to live action from Alamo Stadium here on this Saturday morning, a game that was postponed, originally scheduled for the SAISD Sports Complex. Last night, the complex is looking beautiful, but it's just not ready to host a football game, so we postponed the season opener there for another week. This game rescheduled for Saturday morning. The Burbank Bulldogs have just retaken the lead now. It's 13 to 7. Kevin Hernandez with the score, Eduardo Gomez with the extra point, and the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the extra point was marked off at the kickoff. The Bulldogs kicking off from the Titans' 45-yard line. They attempt a little bit of an onside kick. It was wide out of bounds, so that'll be a kick out of bounds, illegal procedure penalty, and 5 yards will be assessed.
So 3 minutes, 41 seconds left here in the second quarter. Before halftime here, I would imagine the South Legacy Titans, they've been a little bit slower on offense so far, but would imagine we might see them pick up the pace a little bit here to try to at least even the score, if not take the lead before halftime, with their little bit of a quicker offense led by Fabian Ramos.
So Ramos takes the snap and he fakes the give right up the middle. The play has been successful for the Titans in the first half, and this one will be good for a 5-yard gain. He's stopped after that forward momentum. Number 24, Eric Govea of the Bulldogs defense, first to meet Ramos there on a bowling ball up the middle. Fake give, quarterback keep play. So ball sitting at the 40-yard line now, second down and 5. The Titans back in the huddle. It's a quick huddle. It's 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, so they're in and out of that huddle in a hurry. Both teams playing some up-tempo. Ramos takes a snap again. He looks over to his right, and he finds a receiver on that sideline.
Penalty on the play.
His receiver was Julian Rodriguez, but we've got another flag on this play. Holding is the call. That's a 10-yard penalty. That'll be marked off against the Titans, and that's unfortunate if you're rooting for the Titans this morning, as it looked like they had gained enough yardage to move the chains on the play. Now, behind the chains and behind schedule, 2nd and 11 for the Titans from their own 33-yard line. The play comes in from the sideline. Coach Bruce lets his squad know what he wants to run here, and the Titans break the huddle 2 wide to the right and 2 wide to the left. Ramos will sit in the pocket. He's looking for a screen pass, unable to connect. Great defense there by Joe Klein to break up the screen pass. So incomplete. Line of scrimmage will be unaffected. 3rd down and 11 now for the Titans. The clock is run. Well, the clock's not running after an incomplete pass, but 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Haley, another thing, the penalty's certainly slowing us down just a little bit here, but I think the ball's been in the air quite a bit more in the second quarter than it was in the first. It was much more of a run game in that first quarter.
Yeah, I think it was more of a run, then mix in a pass, where now it's the opposite: pass. We'll run if we can.
And on cue, Ramos looking downfield, and he thought he might have Cano Esquivel, unable to connect the pass, just overthrown, incomplete, and the Titans will have to punt the ball. Haley, I'm going to anticipate your question whether I think that Burbank will come back up tempo. The answer is yes.
Yeah, Burbank might have a shot here. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left. They might have a shot to score again, considering how up tempo they run that offense.
Johnny Alvarado back to receive the punt for the Burbank Bulldogs. Unless we get some kind of a spectacular kick, the Bulldogs should start this possession somewhere around midfield. So the kick is off. It's clean. Alvarado chasing it down. He's going to let it bounce. Oh, a favorable Titan. Alvarado picks it up after all, and he evades his first tackler. He's up the field back to the 33-yard line. So not terrible field position for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the second quarter. They're going to send Kevin Hernandez and that up-tempo offense back out on the field.
And Hernandez has been excellent this morning, has been part of both touchdown plays, ran one in himself for the last touchdown to put the Bulldogs up 13-7, but also had a pass to Robert Martinez earlier in the second quarter to put them up 6-0 and strike first here in the game. So Hernandez has definitely been a shining point here for the Burbank Bulldog offense.
This time it's a jet sweep. Leo Lozano takes the handoff and breaks some tackles, and he's out in front of everyone. It's a race. He's at the 30-yard line, running down the right sideline. The 10, the 5, touchdown. Looking back for flags. Don't see any. Touchdown.
And
Burbank.
what a massive touchdown run there for Leo Lozano. Only a sophomore, so younger on this Burbank Bulldog football team, but an explosive run here to, just like we said, Coach, put Burbank up 19-7 before the extra point. Give them a little bit more breathing room as they head into halftime.
And we got a chance to see that on the RC Audio Sports replay camera. And excellent running and tackle breaking by Lozano there. After he broke that second tackle, pursuit was behind him, and it was a race. It was a 40-yard dash, and he had the best time of anybody that was chasing him, and he got across the end zone for the Bulldogs. Gomez now 2 for 3. Eduardo Gomez, the kicker for Burbank Bulldogs, is now 2 for 3. With his extra points, and the Bulldogs have taken a 20-7 lead. We're under the 2-minute mark at Alamo Stadium. You're watching high school football on RC Audio Sports 2. We'll be right back.
Martinez and Associates has over 50 years of experience representing the victims of tragic accidents. We fought some of the largest insurance companies in the nation and won. It matters who represents you. Call Martinez and Associates at 210-337-1111.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
And we are back to live action, still in the first half here at Alamo Stadium in the season opener for the Burbank Bulldogs and the Southwest Legacy Titans. Leo Lozano just turned on the Jets for a 65-yard run for the Burbank Bulldogs. Broke a couple of tackles and sprinted to the end zone, beating his chasers. And the Bulldogs now will be kicking off to the Legacy Titans after one play from scrimmage. Eduardo Gomez handling the kickoff duties for the Bulldogs. He's got to have he's got to have at least 4 players on each side of the tee, and he gets that set up. The kick is down to the 21-yard line, caught on the run. This play can go. Couple of tackles missed there, and a nice return. Number 2 it is. Cano Esquivel caught that. It was on a dead sprint. He caught that at the 22-yard line, brought that across the 50, and great field position for the Titans.
Yeah, the Titans offense has been great so far. Haven't scored every time they've had the ball, but they've had a lot of really big third down conversions. I think where they're falling a tiny bit short this game is just their defense. I think they're finding it hard to keep up with the speed of Burbank so far, but their offense has been great. Julian Rodriguez has, again, he's scored. Fabian Ramos has been great at quarterback, has been running the ball up the middle. So Southwest Legacy definitely not out of this game here. I think they also have a really good shot at scoring here before halftime with 1:48 left.
And the snap goes to Ramos. The handoff this time to James Ross. Again, up the middle. The Titans having some success between the tackles and really staying there. I'm sure that a lot of coaches have said this, are saying this Saturday morning after Friday night games and Thursday night games that on the first game of the season, you are your own worst enemy. And the Titans have really stopped themselves on several drives. They've had some nice positive plays and have moved the ball, but have not been able to sustain the drive. The handoff again to James Ross.
Yeah, the Titans started the game by giving the ball to Ross a lot, and they were seeing a lot of success. It looked like they stopped doing that, I think, towards the beginning of this this second quarter. So good to see them trying to get the ball back into his hands. But you're going to need some longer plays here. Only got 53 seconds left. Clock is running before halftime.
Titans have a 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Off the Bulldog, 40-yard
Still with the timeout left, so they're going to have to be very efficient on this drive. James Ross is off to the sideline and in his place.
And so that will move the chains for the Titans.
Isaiah Labra in his place. You got to figure under these conditions, Haley, that there's going to be some level of load management and a lot of substitution here tonight. But moving the chains, letting the clock run. We're at the 25-second mark. 1 timeout left for the Titans. They've only got 1 timeout to use, so they're going to try to conserve that one. Oh, this time Ramos is tackled, and not the outcome that Coach Bruce was hoping for here, with time running out in the first quarter. So looks like he'll be satisfied to let the clock run out here, 43 yards away from pay dirt. The Southwest Legacy Titans are stopped again on this drive, this time by the clock, and the teams will head to the dressing rooms. Burbank Bulldogs leading this one 20-7. We're at halftime. We're at Alamo Stadium. We're on RC Audio Sports 2, our second YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us this morning. We've got halftime performances and a second half of football to go. Don't go away.
Do you own property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we are back at Alamo Stadium. It's halftime. The Burbank Bulldogs leading the Southwest Legacy Titans in their season opener. The score is 20-7. And halftime, is time for halftime performances. The visiting school will always perform first. It's the Southwest Legacy Titans Band and their dance team and their spirit group out there on the field. We always enjoy halftime shows. It's part of RC Audio Sports video stream to bring you these shows. So stay right here as we enjoy them with you. We're gonna move the mic out there for the PA announcer so that you can follow along. This is Southwest Legacy Titans halftime.
Esmeralda Escobedo. Major Julissa Wilson. Social Officer Jalen Aguilar. And Dancer of the Week, Miss Liliana Garcia. Please welcome the Golden Dazzle Dance Team as they perform to Glamorous. Ladies and gentlemen, today we honor our Titan Band freshmen. Our leaders and our senior class members will do the honors of switching the green cape to the gold cape. This signifies the crossover from the freshmen becoming members of the Titan Band family and the privilege of carrying on the Titan Band legacy.
Yes, the one we went to. Well, maybe like Mary.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you the 2023-24 Titan Band freshman class. The freshmen will now have their first performance on the field and will perform all music completely memorized. Southwest Legacy High School Band is under the field direction of the drum major, Jacob Saucedo, and Eloy Barrial. One of our captains are Emma Reba and Deborah Servine. The band's marching show is entitled Katana, Virtues of a Samurai, and is arranged by Jair Clarkville. The show will highlight 3 of the 8 virtues that comprise the Samurai Bushido Code: honor, compassion, and justice. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax and enjoy the performance of the Southwest Legacy Titan Band. Let the legacy continue. instructor is Ronald Barton. Professional instructor David Martinez. Martin technician is Ed Diaz. Band director Christopher Marino. Martin Guadetta
And that was the Southwest Legacy Titan Band and the Spirit Groups, the dance team, performing for you at halftime here in a season opener. You know, if you live by a high school, you know that these kids have been working all summer long, and they were not going to be denied an opportunity to perform. Here early in the season, the bands are not going through all of their movements that they're going to perform in competition. You're very likely early in the season to see one movement, maybe a second movement of a whole performance, so they did not take their full allotted time. We are going to take a very short break, and we're coming back to enjoy the Burbank Bulldog Band and their Spirit Groups perform at halftime.
The attorneys and staff at Quezada, Larmond, and Brignac PC earn their clients' trust by serving with integrity and honor. QLB is committed to getting its clients' lives back on track. We represent cases that fall into the areas of family law, probate law, civil law, HOA law, and real estate law. The QLB team stands ready to assist our clients in all litigation. Our attorneys have extensive experience representing hundreds of clients, and we're well versed in Texas law and well acquainted with the court systems. Whether you need a trust, will, civil, real estate, or family lawyer, you can count on QLB. We know that your family is extremely important to you, and as our client, it is important to us as well.
And we are back at Alamo Stadium for halftime entertainment provided by the Burbank High School Bulldog Marching Band and their dance team. We're going to sit back again and enjoy the performance with you. We're going to cue in our PA announcer so that you can listen in to all the descriptions. Don't go away.
Dance team officers are Colonel Siriana Paz, Lieutenant Colonel Valerie Ariano, and Dance team social officer Isabella Gonzalez. Pep squad officers are Mariah Ortega, Miranda Garza, and Ade Valdez. Dancer of the week is Maria Lumanos. Cheerleader of the week is Iris Hernandez, and Pep squad member of the week is Miranda Garza. Our dance team and Pep squad will be performing to Hand Clap. And now, our award-winning Mighty Bulldog Band will be performing their first movement of their UIL show entitled Vagabond. Soloists are Diego Lopez on saxophone and Trinity Gabrielski on flute. And Carlo Haro on trumpet. Section of the week is the low brass, and marcher of the week is Mr. Ethan Gutierrez. The Mighty Bulldog Marching Band is under the field direction of Mr. Patrick Feeney, Dr. Victor Naranjo, and Mr. Jose Ramirez. The pit squad director is Ms. Amanda Carmiela. Cheer and dance team director is Mr. Justin Longoni. The Burbank JROTC Bulldog Battalion is under the direction of Army Instructor, First Sergeant, retired Paul W. Russell. Our principal is Ms. Irene Talamantes, and our assistant principals are Ms. Genevieve Manning, Mr. Eric Sanchez, Ms. Nora Gerard, and Mr. Mark Mendoza. Our school board representative is Mr. Arthur Valdez. And on behalf of the Burbank community, we would like to thank you for your kind attention, and go Bulldogs!
And there you have it, halftime performances by the bands from Southwest Legacy High School and Burbank High School, along with their spirit groups, their dance and their dance teams. The halftime show brought to you today by JLM Real Estate. That's owned and operated by Jacob and Lisette Martinez, and we're so happy to have them on the RC Audio Sports team. We will tell you all about them as the season goes on. But Jacob and Lisette, thank you for joining the team, and you were enjoying the JLM Real Estate halftime show, Real Estate Investment halftime show. This is Robert Viefranca alongside Haley Wilson. Isabella's at the controls. Bobby Mendez is here producing this. Cesar Mendez handling the cameras in very tough conditions. We thank you, Cesar, for that. But again, you're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel. We'll be back.
La familia no es una cosa importante, es todo. At SAISD, Family is practicing and making art. It's fulfilling your duty with honor. It's playing to win and changing lives through learning. Familia is getting you ready for college or getting you ready for your career. And at SAISD, the founding school district in the Alamo City, Familia is not an important thing. It's everything. And it's available to any student, no matter where they live. So come join our Familia. Now enrolling. Log on to saisd.net/enroll for more information, or call 210-554-2660.
Doing hair is an art, and I take great pride in it. I love my job. I opened my original hair salon on this side of town 26 years ago, and I still have some of the same clients. My location at Brooks is a dream come true. This is the right time and the right place to start a business at Brooks. The South Side is growing so much.
What makes Brooks so attractive to business owners is the environment. Employees can live, work, learn, and play all in one area. The South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce is a cheerleader for businesses in and around Brooks, and we have a lot to be excited about. We're beginning to erase the economic gap between North and South San Antonio while still retaining our unique culture. Brooks is bringing economic prosperity to our side of town, and it's happening so quickly that the data is still catching up. Entrepreneurship is booming on the South Side. There's no limit to what can happen here.
Property that begs for a solution? Tacho Tovar and GBH Real Estate Solutions is here for that. Any condition, any situation, any location. Cash payment. The experts at GBH Real Estate Solutions can handle foundation repair, total interior rough-ins, or any other property need. From start to finish, GBH Real Estate Solutions will be there to make sure the job is done right. Whether the solution is a ground-up project, total renovation, or modernization, Tacho will see it through. Call GBH Real Estate Solutions today, or visit their Facebook page to see many more examples of their fine work. Tacho is waiting to hear from you. Oh, and did we mention? Tacho buys houses.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
The On-Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On-Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On-Par Golf.
The attorneys and staff at Quezada, Larmond, and Brignac PC earn their clients' trust by serving with integrity and honor. QLB is committed to getting its clients' lives back on track. We represent cases that fall into the areas of family law, probate law, civil law, HOA law, and real estate law. The QLB team stands ready to assist our clients in all litigation. Our attorneys have extensive experience representing hundreds of clients, and we're well versed in Texas law and well acquainted with the court systems. Whether you need a trust, will, civil, real estate, or family lawyer, you can count on QLB. We know that your family is extremely important to you, and as our client, it is important to us as well. We strive to represent our clients as effectively and efficiently as possible. Our divorce and family lawyers know that working through the impersonal world of the legal system does not match the emotions you may feel. That is why, whether it's divorce, adoption, or any other area of family law, we strive to reduce the anxiety and stress of the situation through caring, understanding, and clear communication. In San Antonio, call the law offices of Carlos Quezada at 210-606-6568 or visit us in person at 2823 East South Cross Boulevard.
And we are back here at the Alamo Stadium, about to kick off the second half of football here, where the Burbank Bulldogs lead the Southwest Legacy Titans 20-7. Haley Wilson here on the play-by-play here with Coach Villafranca. About to get the second half of action started, Coach, but it's been a great game so far as the Titans go to kick it off here to the Bulldogs, who are set to receive by number 2, Johnny Alvarado. He's going to sweep it across the middle of the field, finds an open pocket, loses the football, and it looks like that potentially is recovered by the Bulldogs. So I believe they'll maintain possession of the ball, but already a little bit of drama to get the second half started, Coach.
James Ross across the bow there and knocking the football free. I think the officials had ruled that the runner was down, so I'm not sure if that's going to show up in the stats as a fumble or not, but a big hit by James Ross. And the defense, it's always the defense, when you're down by a couple of scores and you have to kick off, this is a big series for the Southwest Legacy Titans to set the tone going into the second half.
Right, and the Burbank Bulldog offense has been pretty spread. They've had a couple of guys score. We had a running touchdown from Kevin Hernandez. We had 2 passes from Hernandez to Robert Martinez. As I'm literally saying that, Hernandez runs it. Looks like he's going to be just short of the first down, but Hernandez has scored. Robert Martinez has scored. Leo Lozano has scored. So it's not like the Titans can really hone in on one player. They're kind of having to match the entire offense here for the Bulldogs. Looks like we had a little bit of a small injury, but Southwest Legacy Titan player, he's up and running off the field, so looks like he is okay.
On that previous play, Haley Amiel Arsenault was one that ran Kevin Hernandez out of bounds, and that was a big gain.
Snap. Gonna see a quick run here right up the middle. Justin Penules, he is gone, and he is in for the easy touchdown for the Burbank Bulldogs, and it only took 30 seconds for Burbank to get back on the board. What a fantastic touchdown for wide receiver number 13, a senior, Justin Penules.
Direct snap that Justin took there, and he got a nice seam, a great blocking scheme for the Burbank Bulldogs. As have to go back and watch this. I'd have to go back and watch this to determine whether this was actually true or not, but I don't think Justin was touched. It was just the hallway opened up for him. He gave him a hall pass, and man, right up the field to score.
An easy touchdown run here. We're going to see Eduardo Gomez with the kick. It's up, and it is good. So Burbank going to pile it on. They're now up 27-7 here. So got a 20-point lead here. Only took about 30 seconds to score. Burbank is on top of the Southwest Legacy Titans 27-7. So we will take a quick break before Southwest Legacy gets the ball back. You are watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
And we back to live action, but before we get to live action, the replay, Justin Penuelas taking a direct snap, wide receiver for the Burbank Bulldogs, and scoring on the second play of the drive there for the Burbank Bulldogs. 27-7 now is the score after that quick Burbank touchdown, and Gomez teeing it up. He's 3 for 4 with extra points. He's 3 for 4 with extra points here this morning. I keep wanting to say this evening, but we're still in the morning, and the Legacy Titans will have an opportunity to narrow that gap.
So yeah, the Bulldogs now up 27-7 here with 11:30 left on the clock. They're going to go with a quick kickoff, kind of squibbing it to the outside here, and Johnny Alvarado tried to tip the ball back in, but they keep trying to kind of do these short little kicks,
Well,
I think, trying to get something to happen.
It's, I think, a great use of your resources there. Agamas has not shown the ability to kick deep. If you're going to kick something short, go ahead and put the receiving team on their heels just a little bit. It's a lob right, and puts a lot of pressure on that receiver to make a quick catch. There, Gomez is hit. He's, I don't know about his leg strength, but his accuracy is excellent, and he's been able to hit that hole in the receiving team's lineup every single time. That was very close to a Burbank recovery.
So Southwest Legacy here set to score the handoff here to Isaiah Labra, who tries to cut up the middle but is stuffed by the Bulldogs. Looks like was stuffed by Joe Klein, defensive lineman number 50.
Joe Klein breaking free of his blocker and able to make pursuit right down the line of scrimmage like you like to see the defensive lineman do. And he makes a tackle before there was any gain.
So that's going to bring up second and 10 here for the Southwest Legacy Titans. Snap, handoff to Johnny Alvarado, who's going to try to cut up the middle. He is brought down by, looks like Dylan Sandoval.
Tackled by Dylan Sandoval there. Fought off his blocker. He's able to come in. We got some flags before that tackle. And Southwest Legacy Titan athlete, little slow off the turf. Looks like he's back up. Not sure if that's going to be a timeout or not. I think we're going to keep the action going live here, Haley.
We're going to keep running. We're going to see what the penalty is here. And it is going to be on the Southwest Legacy Titans.
It's an illegal block. An illegal block on that play will bring the line of scrimmage back to the 31-yard line.
We're going to replay the second down here, so that's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs. Ball on the 31-yard line. Snap. Tried to stuff it up the middle. Looked like Ramos tried to drive it up the middle. He's had some success doing that this game, but not an opening there. Burbank shut that off immediately.
Ryan Vasquez, the first defender on the scene, playing the right defensive end. The Bulldogs with an even front, four-man front, and mostly three linebackers. Sometimes they'll bring that fourth, maybe strong safety up to the linebacker depth, linebacker level. But that was big number 9 for the Burbank Bulldogs, Ryan Vasquez, who made that stop. No gain on the play.
So it's going to be 3rd and long here, 3rd and 15 for the Southwest Legacy Titans. Ramos drops back, whistles blown, flags thrown. And that's going to be a false start on the offense. So Southwest Legacy just kind of digging themselves into a bit of a hole here.
Just haven't been able to sustain a drive. And, again, Haley, we said this several times. It is the first game of the season, and you expect to see some of this. But the Titans have really been, the Burbank defense has been great, but the Titans have helped them a lot on several of their drives.
Yeah, and the Titans offense started off pretty clean, so just need to shake off the rust, it seems, here, and they can get right back into it as Ramos steps back, looks to run up the middle. He has a bit of a lane here. He's able to pick up a good amount of yards, but that's still going to be short for that 3rd down, so it's going to bring up 4th and it looks like 4th and about 13.
The play looked promising, but it was Ezra Mays who came up and made the tackle to keep the Titans from making that any greater of a gain. So 4th and long. Looks like we'll be punting back for the Burbank Bulldogs, number 2, as he's been all afternoon long, or all morning long, Johnny Alvarado.
And we already have another flag on the play here.
Bobby visited Thursday night, Haley. We were over at South Sand Stadium for their opener as they hosted the McCollum Cowboys, and we visited with Coach Klein. We visited with Coach Baron of South Sand, Coach Klein of McCollum, and they we visited with them about how difficult it has been this August. It's always hot in Texas, and not to belabor the point, but there were a lot of days here in August. There were 106, 107, and if you don't have an indoor facility like very few high schools in San Antonio do, it's tough to get those preparation. It's tough to get those preparation reps underway.
A good opening there for Alvarado. He's brought down, but is able to pick up a good handful of yards there. Going to bring the ball, looks like, right to the 46-yard line for the Burbank Bulldogs to take over on offense.
I can remember some years where it was very rainy in August, and the coaches had very few opportunities to go outdoors, and we haven't had much rain in August.
No,
but
we've had none.
It's hard to get those reps, and game one is always difficult, and with the challenges that our temperatures have given us this year, I'm sure it's been even more difficult this year for coaches to get their teams ready.
The high snap, but recovered there. Burbank gonna get a few, or just get right back up to the line of scrimmage.
Eli Sanchez was the first defender on the scene there. Kind of disrupted the play a little bit, allowed his compadres to pursue and make the stop.
So 2nd and 10 here. Burbank, no yards on that previous play. Kevin Hernandez sat back to receive the snap. Rolls to his right. Still on his feet somehow, but fantastic defensive effort there, led by number 52, Jose Tellez, for the Southwest Legacy Titans, finally able to sack Hernandez.
Kevin Hernandez has got a lot of lower body strength, and I've seen him last year as a sophomore break a bunch of these tackles. Tellez somehow kept hold and was able to swing him around, make him break his momentum and bring him down. But Kevin Hernandez is still only a junior. He's a tough runner to bring down. Hard to do all by yourself.
Snap to Hernandez, pump fakes. He's able to hit. Ooh, good tackle there by, it looks like it was Julian Rodriguez, I think, or excuse me, Desmius Rodriguez.
Yes, and Desmius was able to make a good play there. Eli Sanchez had to disrupt the pass, and Kevin Hernandez had to pump, give the defense time to get there.
Fantastic punt by Hernandez, way downfield. There was no one set to receive for the Titans, and Burbank's gonna let that ball roll. It's gonna roll right to the 8-yard line, and we're gonna keep it right here. Coach, so with Burbank's speed there, I've seen it a couple times this game, the Southwest Legacy hasn't even had the time to get a receiver back for some of those punts, and it's happened a few times.
It's a great point that you're bringing up there, Haley. I wanted to address that, and that's part of the it's the punt formation that the Burbank Bulldogs have. Kevin Hernandez is their punter, he's their quarterback, and they set up in this kind of a hybrid formation. The defense doesn't know if they're there to punt or they're there to run a play. If you back a player out, you're playing 10 against 11. If you have two guys back there, you're playing 9 against 11. So if you defend it 11 against 11, you don't have a return man. So it really challenges. It's a great special teams wrinkle to have. And if you have an athlete like Kevin Hernandez that can quarterback and kick for you, it puts a lot of pressure on the receiving team to decide, do we defend an offensive play? Do we go back here and take receive a punt?
And the snap was a little bit high. The Titans were barely able to knock that down. And just Southwest was able to recover that ball. James Ross was able to kind of swat it down, pick it up off the floor, and then try to gain some yards out of it really quick. Lucky that wasn't, close to a safety there for the Titans. So it's still going to be, it looks like the line, it looks like we had a flag. It looks like the line, everyone's moving, chains are moving, so it must have been a penalty on the Bulldogs here. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Titans, so they're going to get a bit of a break there. First down is going to be at the 22-yard line.
Penalty against the Bulldogs gives the Titans a 1st and 10. Ball at their own 22-yard line.
Snap to Ramos. He's able to hand it off. And we have a little bit of an opening there for the Titans. Trying to get eyes on who that is. That's number 30, Isaiah Labra. We've said his name a few times this morning.
Lance Trevino making the tackle in the defensive backfield there for the Burbank Bulldogs. That's the first sign of life that the Titans offense has shown in a minute or two, Haley.
So the clock is moving. The chains are moving. We have a 1st and 10. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left here on the clock here in the third quarter. Snap, handoff. Ramos is going to take it. Oh, no, excuse me. He handed it off to Labra again. Juked me out a bit.
Joe Klein wasn't fooled by the fake handoff. He's had a solid game so far for the Burbank Bulldogs. Joe Klein, a defensive lineman. He's a senior, and I remember calling his name a bunch every time we covered the Burbank Bulldogs last year.
So going to be 2nd and looks like 12.
Klein, a big defensive tackle. He plays in the interior of that defensive line most of the time on the right side of the defense.
Snap. And Ramos takes it up the middle. Probably is able to gain about 2 yards or so. It's going to bring up, looks like 3rd and 10.
Ezra Mays this time with the tackle, and when you lose your helmet in high school, you've got to go out of play. So Ramos is going to have to take a mandated break, and I think that's going to bring in Leo Lozano. I think I got his number. Has he run some quarterback for us, Haley?
I think he has run a little bit, at least a few plays. There we go. Alejandro Rodriguez. He is sacked. They're going to say he was down, so no fumble. He lost the ball there at the end. But a big tackle there by Burbank Bulldogs, number 56, Dylan Sandoval.
Dylan Sandoval had a bead on the quarterback from the snap, and he was able to get through that offensive line practically untouched. He was back there about the time the ball reached Lozano, so he disrupted the play and ended up getting the sack.
So that's going to be 4th and long for the Titans.
So again, we see the Titans unable to sustain a drive. And their punt team is back out on the field. We're going to have a timeout. Looks like we've got a personnel question to answer here. You're watching High School Sports on RC Audio Sports 2, our second YouTube channel. We'll take a short break. Don't go away.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
And we are back here at the Alamo Stadium. Southwest Legacy has had a 4th and long. They're in to punt the ball away. Number 2, Johnny Alvarado, set to receive for the Burbank Bulldogs, leading 27-7. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Be interested here to see if the Bulldogs play this one conservatively or go after the punt. Looks like they've got a return set up. But the bounce is not going to allow the Bulldogs to do that. Number 23 for the Titans, Amiel Arsenault, touches the ball dead. The Bulldogs will take over.
Smart play there by Arsenault. Looked like Alvarado was going to, pick it off, but Arsenault saw that ball bounce the wrong direction, said, yep, got to snag that one. So Burbank set to take over here at the 42.
We've seen Alvarado let it take a couple of bounces.
And then he's, puts on the jet. So
he's not risk averse.
Nope. So Burbank taking over here at the 42-yard line. Looks like I think Cameron Hernandez set back to receive here. Drops back. Long pass, and it is almost complete. What a fantastic grab, almost grab there by number 3, Izzy Zapata. And it looks like we have a new quarterback in here for the Bulldogs, number 15, Roman Garcia, who is a freshman. And right out of the gates, he goes for the long ball, and it was almost complete. Fantastic pass there.
It was
by,
Richard Gonzalez, the defender, that broke up that play. It was a great pass.
So it looks like we got freshman getting some extra snaps in here, but a huge tackle. Gael Guerrero was trying to run it up the middle, but
Roland Segovia right there.
Nope. So what a cool experience here. First game of the season for the Bulldogs, and Roman Garcia, freshman, first snaps ever under center. That he's able to get some playing time here today. He has legs. He's running to the 40, 45, 50, to the 45, to the 40. Fantastic run there by number 15, freshman Roman Garcia. And he's taking notes from Kevin Hernandez.
Kevin Hernandez, a good point,
Yeah.
Haley. Kevin Hernandez played as a freshman as well. So the Burbank Bulldogs, maybe in their tradition, not to wait too long for these kids to come around. Freshmen get an opportunity.
The run, and Justin Penuelas, excuse me, is brought down. He actually had a touchdown earlier in the game, so trying to get Justin back involved.
Aiden Gonzalez, the senior defensive back, come up with a textbook tackle on the play.
Drop back. Roman Garcia's looking just a little bit high, was trying to hit Justin again. Penuelas in stride, but just a little high on the pass. Good option, though.
Three-man rush by the Legacy Titans gave the freshmen plenty of time to survey the field and let those routes develop. Just like you said, a little bit, it was overthrown by just a bit.
Espinosa in motion. Garcia cuts up the middle. Another fantastic run. It's not going to be a first down for Penuelas, but fantastic run nonetheless. That's going to bring up, oh, excuse me, they are moving the chain, so they are going to call that a first down here for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for Roman Garcia.
See how fast, how quickly the Burbank Bulldogs line up after they've moved the chains.
They can barely, they're there waiting. Long snap. It looks like it's going to be picked off and recovered by Southwest Legacy. Number 4, Richard Gonzalez. That's going to be a turnover on the bad snap for the Bulldogs. So what was a pretty solid offensive set there, spoiled by a little bit of a wonky snap by the Bulldogs.
And Haley, you do tend to see that sometimes at this level, the up-tempo, because you're going a little bit faster, your margin for error is a little bit less. That's a second bad snap that the Bulldogs, a second turnover as a result of a bad snap that the Bulldogs have had while they were running this up-tempo after a good gain like that. So, you got to go back and, it's a risk and reward, always a risk and reward calculation, but for the Bulldogs, it's worked.
So the Titans try to punch it up the middle, but are stuffed pretty quickly there. Great blocking there by Southwest Legacy Titans. Offensive lineman number 72, Angel Ramirez. And it looked like there was some sort of penalty there on the Bulldogs. Didn't catch what it was, but that's going to bring up 1st and 5 for the Titans. Clock continues to run. Got a minute and 33 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Snap to Ramos. He goes for a quick pass outside, complete. And looks like he found one of his receivers there, number 15, Jaden Conchas, a senior. And that's going to give him the first down. Chains are going to move. Clock is going to run.
So we've seen this a few times here. The Titans moving the chains, getting downfield, moving the ball. Again, they've been challenged to sustain a drive. Coach Bruce, I'm sure, has admonished this group to stay within the game plan.
Yep.
eliminate those penalties, and we'll move the ball.
Snap to Ramos. He hands it off to James Ross, who's going to curl to the outside. He's brought down, but a good gain of about 5 yards there for James Ross.
James Ross's speedster, Eric Govea, playing the corner over there. He's a junior for the Bulldogs, able to bring him down. Govea misses that tackle, I think.
Ross is gone.
Ross is gone.
So Titans looking to score here. Only 25 seconds left. Clock is running. Snap to Ramos. He looks outside. Hits his receiver, who is brought down. They're going to stop the clock.
Haley, on
There
that,
was a penalty on the play.
Yeah, we got a flag here. On that play, I was going to say Samuel Mata from here looked like it was a very good block. I'm looking for where that flag was thrown.
I don't even see the flag.
Looked like a great block by Mata, and I'm not sure exactly where this penalty is. I'm hoping that this was not about Mata. I thought he got underneath the pads and just did a great job of driving his defender off the ball, but this is going to go back against the Titans. We'll look for the referee to tell us what this was about.
Titans are moving back, so it's on Southwest Legacy.
Illegal block in the back it is, and that's clearly not Samuel Mata. He was underneath the chest pads of his defender, so this went against somebody else. Still, again, the Titans, shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. They were, had they gotten a first down on that play, or were they close?
They were close. They was 1st and 5. Now we're at 2nd and 14. So Southwest Legacy just kind of their own worst enemy thus far, as Ross tries to run it up the middle, and that's going to do it here. Open, Ross is gone. He managed to escape, and it looks like that is going to be a touchdown for James Ross.
James Houdini Ross.
That had to have been the craziest play I've ever seen. If we can get that on replay, James Ross, he looked to be down, and he rose and emerged from the ashes, and Ross is able to run it in for a last-minute buzzer beater touchdown here to get Southwest Legacy back on the board, 27-13. If they can make the extra point here, it's going to be definitely a bit more of a ball game as we head into the 4th quarter.
Boy, that was a pile there, and I think the Bulldogs tackled everybody but Ross. It looked like he was down, and we expected the play to be over, but Ross somehow Houdini'd this. But I got to come back to you in just a little bit. Ellie, I don't know if we have time before the PAT. Did you say rose from the ashes?
He rose from the ashes.
Are you from Phoenix? Spoken like a true Phoenician, or?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
There you go. Great call. James Ross looked like he was down, and a lot of Titans were on the ground, but not James Ross, not the guy carrying the ball.
And what a run by Ross. We have a penalty here.
Delay of game.
And that's going to be on the Titans, so going to be a little bit of a longer PAT attempt for them.
That'll back it up 5 yards. Still probably within the wheelhouse of most high school kickers. I see the tee is going to remain on the field, so the Titans staying with plan A here and trying to get the PAT. That play was the last play of the 3rd quarter, so it'll be 27-13 or 27-14, depending on the outcome of this PAT.
Yeah, and the Titans kind of fumbled the snap there.
Don't get an attempt after all. The snap was not, the holder was not able to get that on the tee. The ball was whistled dead. So that completes the 3rd quarter here at Alamo Stadium. It's a season opener for Southwest Legacy and Burbank, both playoff teams in 2022. It's 27-13. The Titans with a 14-point deficit heading into the 4th quarter. You're watching high school sports, high school football actually, on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, Don't fight the billion-dollar auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez and Associates today at 210-337-1111.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
And we are back here. Quarter 4 is about to start, and what an electric ending to the third quarter. James Ross looked like he was down, was able to put together quite a touchdown run for the Southwest Legacy Titans to get him on the board for the third quarter. And Coach, I still can't get over what happened in that play. I feel like I completely missed something. There was a magic trick or something like that.
Well, the Burbank Bulldogs defense had really come in on the play, and a pile went down. The key was that everybody but Ross went down in that pile. He was, as you said, looked like he rose from the ashes and just Houdini'd himself out of that tackle, and good for a score. Here, if I was Burbank here, I'd be looking for that lob. I'd be looking for that lob left, and indeed a little bit deeper here.
So Burbank set to receive. Johnny Alvarado jukes out a few players, but he is brought down right at the looks like the 38-yard line.
Dionisio Martinez helping the effort there for the Southwest Legacy Titans, and coming up with a big tackle at the 34-yard line.
So Kevin Hernandez back in at quarterback for the Burbank Bulldogs. Looks like after that touchdown run, they want to try to get some more points on the board. Hernandez runs it up the middle, wide open, does a spin move, but is brought down pretty quickly by Southwest Legacy. Looks like it was number 3, Oliver Mendoza.
Kevin Hernandez, number 10, ball carrier. Oliver Mendoza, number 3 on the stop for Titans.
So Hernandez sets back. He's looking, rolls out to his left, is able to get pulled down, gets drug out of bounds.
Takes an official down with him. That was a pretty good shot. The linesman back up on his feet. Looks like he's going to be okay. But a lot of action on that sideline. Swung around, Hernandez was. No flags. And about a 2-yard gain on the play.
That linesman just kind of grabbed a hold of Hernandez's jersey. So no foul play. It's going to bring up third and 9. So Bulldogs need a first down here.
Third down, 8 yards to go. Ball at their own 36-yard line.
Hernandez, he rolls out to the right. He puts on the jets, is able to cut across the corner, and he's going to be short. He runs out of bounds.
And Hernandez, number 10, ball carrier.
Aiden Gonzalez for the Titans, really preventing Kevin Hernandez from turning the corner, making him run horizontal. But here we go, up tempo, fourth down, hybrid formation, punter play. What do? Defend it?
And the snap's high, and the Bulldogs are just going to fall on it. It looked like it was Edward Palomo, a receiver, a junior for the Bulldogs, back to receive. Ball was just snapped way over his head.
Well, the down marker showed fourth down. It may have been inaccurate with the snap. That would have meant that
the turnover.
Possession would go over on downs, but the down marker still shows fourth down. So here we are at 4. I was surprised not to see Kevin Hernandez back in that hybrid formation, but now they've got this set. Here again, you see the challenge. It's they're set up in a play where they can run. They can run an offensive play from this, or they can punt the ball.
Yeah, we got 2 receivers to the left. Looks like 2 to the right. Looks like there's some confusion, and they're probably talking through the downs, just like we are up here.
The officials are clearly yes, and
it's a turnover on downs.
There you go. The down marker did show fourth down. I was starting to doubt myself, but I think the Bulldogs must have thought that it was third down because they sent another group in there with Kevin Hernandez to run another play. But the ball will go over on downs here. Another big break for the Legacy Titans, and the Bulldogs making mistakes like this, just cracking that window open just a little bit for the Titans to make a comeback.
And great field position for the Titans as well. We've seen that they don't run that super quick, fast-paced offense. They're gonna need a little bit more time to score the ball. Put them right at the 30-yard line. Got 11 minutes, 21 seconds left here in the clock. Only down by 2 scores essentially. So, I feel like anything could happen here. We see the handoff to James Ross, and he again driving it up the middle. Poland has 2-3 Bulldogs hanging off of him, but not slowing down at all.
It may be an obvious point here, Haley, but the reason that the big play is so big is that you don't have to run so many plays. And the Burbank Bulldogs have really benefited from some big plays. Defensively, the Bulldogs have denied the big play, and when you've got to run so many plays, again, there's your margin for error, and somewhere you're gonna make a mistake here and there. It's to the Bulldogs' credit that they haven't allowed a big play.
Long pass, wide open for Kano Esquivel, but the pass is a little long. There are some flags on the field, though. That looks like it's going to go against Aiden Mays.
Kano Esquivel, number 2, the intended receiver. Penalties on the play.
The pass was incomplete, and the defender came up to defend it. I think there was some contact on the play. 2 flags were thrown, so whatever it was clear to the officials. And if that is a personal foul, that's going to come with an automatic first down, but still not the touchdown that the Titans really left on the table with that play. A wide open receiver just unable to connect.
Yeah, just it passed maybe was a tiny bit high from Ramos, but again, really good look. I think they're gonna call something on. It had to have been Aiden Mays. He also just got subbed out of the game in Brock Trevino.
The question here is targeting and an ejection, or is it a late hit?
I think it was just a late hit.
The referee will tell us here. A personal foul indeed is what it was against the defense. It was targeting, they're calling that. So the defender will be ejected and won't be able to play the remainder of this game. So the Bulldogs will have to go to the second man in the depth chart there as a safety, and the Titans will benefit from a personal foul. They won't get the full 15 yards here as they are at the approximately 20, so half the distance will put the ball at the 10. They're in the red zone here. Lots of time left, 2 touchdowns behind. The Titans looking to narrow the gap.
Ball at the Burbank 10-yard line.
Handoff. Ball was run up the middle, trying to get eyes on what Titan that was.
If I may, Haley, Isaiah Labra was the ball carrier there. Ran into a bunch of defenders and right back to the line of scrimmage. If you recall, the first quarter, the Titans did have a lot of success between tackles. Yeah, so going back and checking to see if that is still there. It wasn't on that play.
Yeah, Labra, number 30, was ball carrier.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Ross get a touch here, a touch or two here from the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Ross lined up with Ramos. Ramos gets the snap of the handoff to Ross, the pitch back, the cut up the middle. Good run there by Kano Esquivel, who's able to pick up a couple of yards for the Titans.
Seen that play a couple of times this morning. Well, we're in the afternoon now.
Yeah, we
saw it
this morning.
We saw the game. We saw the plays in the morning, but we are now in the afternoon, and both times the Burbank defensive end stayed home, wasn't fooled by it. That time it was number 44 on the Bulldog defense, Lance Trevino. So a good job he's done on both of those double reverses.
Yeah, so we got 3rd and 9. Ramos rolls out, set to pass. And a little bit long there, tipped out. Good defense by Brock Trevino for the Burbank Bulldogs. That's going to bring up 4th and 9. Coach, I mean, you've been in this situation before. I feel like they're at the point where I don't know if they can take the field goal. I feel like they have to go for it. 9 minutes left. Down by, you've got to score 3 times, essentially.
A field goal brings the game to within 11 points, and that's still 2 scores behind. And we're going to take a timeout. We'll stay right here. We'll talk about the situation. 4th down and goal it is for the Titans. But I really don't think that Coach Bruce has the option to take the field goal here. Maybe if it had, if the field goal would bring you to within one score, maybe within 8 points, it would be a possibility. But it really no advantage here to take the field goal down by 14 points. Here first in goal, they haven't been able to move the ball much from here. Ross hasn't gotten a touch in this series of downs, and since that first down. I think it looks like a playmaker. If I was calling defense for Burbank, I'd make sure that we had somebody keen. Number 1, he's had a big play just a little while ago.
Yeah, and again, Ross, the Titans started off the game by giving him the ball a few times. He, exploded out several times for some good yardage, but seems like they peeled off of him a little bit in the second, third quarter. But now, after that third quarter touchdown, Ross might be their go-to guy here. Again, it's only 4th and 9, so a doable. It's not a long shot for the Titans to score here.
Not at all. Still, really, once you're in the red zone, very much in striking range, but it's kind of a tweener of a call. This is what makes high school football so interesting here. It's a little bit of suspense on this. It's 9 yards is a lot to expect from a running play. You're also at the 9-yard line, so that's a very compacted field for you. It's hard to throw when the field is quite this shallow. But this will be interesting. Titans getting set.
So Ramos set back. There's a flag on the play. And the pass is complete to Cano Esquivel. We will see what the flag is. But from Ramos to Esquivel, it's good.
Penalty on the play.
There was a penalty on the play.
The official is indicating that it was offsides against Burbank. You would figure that because they let the play go. But Cano Esquivel on a quick in, and the delivery is there. Touchdown Titans. It's going to stand.
So that's going to make this game even more interesting here.
Offside penalty against the
Official penalty was an offsides. So 27-19. 9:05 left here.
Two big Burbank Bulldog mistakes have allowed the Titans to narrow the gap. The T's on the field, so this will be a 1-point conversion. The Titans down by 8 points here, trying to narrow to 7.
And it's going to be right up through the straights. And there we go. Now we have ourselves a ball game here, Coach. So 27-20. The Titans clawing back in it. We will take a very quick break with them, but things are getting interesting here. Thanks for tuning in with us. You are watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We will be right back.
Once in a lifetime, we stand in the spotlight. The world waits on our next move. Got the keys to the kingdom, tasting the freedom. So what are we gonna do? Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna bring us down.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
And we are back at Alamo Stadium. The Southwest Legacy Titans have just scored their second touchdown. Well, their first touchdown of the quarter, because they scored that the previous touchdown on the last play of the third quarter, but their second touchdown of the second half. They've narrowed the gap now to 7 points, benefited from a couple of Burbank Bulldog miscues and short fields. This most recent score, the result of a bad snap over the head of the quarterback, and the Titans took possession after a turnover on downs at the Bulldogs' 25-yard line. So 2 short fields, 2 Burbank miscues, and it's a game. The kick goes downfield. It's at the 20-yard line, and the Titans look to be covering it well. Johnny Alvarado again catching that on the run, driven out of bounds at the 35-yard line. We're at the 9-minute mark. The Bulldogs back, their offense back on the field, leading by 7. This is Robert Villafranca. Haley Wilson handling the play-by-play duties tonight. I'm handling some color, if you will. Isabella Tejas at the technical controls. Bobby Mendez producing this whole thing. And Cesar Mendez running the cameras.
So Burbank here now has a little bit of pressure on them. They need to score as well as Kevin Hernandez rolls to the right. He runs up the middle, is able to pick up about 3 yards. But Burbank definitely cannot let off or cannot afford to let off the gas here. Only up by 1 touchdown. We've seen a couple of errant snaps from them, and they definitely don't have the breathing room that they had earlier in the half. Hernandez drops back, very quick pass to Rene Espinosa, but
looked like it bounced before
before
it got to him.
Skipped to him.
The Bulldogs have really benefited from the big play, and they don't have quite as many. Time of possession has really been on the Titan side. They haven't run as many plays. They haven't had to because the big play has been in their favor.
And Hernandez again tries to run it up the middle. He's stuffed by, looks like it was number 22, Jose Mencias.
Kevin Hernandez has got that he's got an excellent stop and change direction in his run game. Looked like that one might have gone for some distance. The Titans on the field, a little slow to get up. He's lost his helmet, so he's going to have to leave for sure. But he's going to leave the he'll be leaving the field under his own power. Athletic trainer tending to him as he gets to the sideline.
Let's go, man!
Kevin Hernandez back in. We'll see if he's going to keep running it or if they're going to look at some of those other options that they have here. But now Hernandez tucks, looks down the field. Open, wide open, hits number 3, Izzy Zapata. He cuts towards the middle and was brought down just barely by Oliver Mendoza. But a huge first down there for Burbank to put them in striking distance to open this one back up.
A very savvy play by Kevin Hernandez.
Collision gives the Bulldogs a 1st and 10, ball at the Titan 20-yard line.
Another big run there for Leo Lozano, who had a touchdown earlier today. And again, Burbank does not give Southwest Legacy the time to get set or even think about what's going on.
Kevin Hernandez on that big play, he tucked it as he was going to run and let the pass develop. And here he goes, right up the middle.
Just shout out to the Burbank offensive line. They're doing their job. They're making space. And again, in this drive, we have seen the big play, but just little 5-6 yard gains there made possible by that offensive line. Hernandez runs out, rolls to his right. He has room. He skips through and is able to get into the end zone. I see the ref signaling a touchdown. There was a flag, though, during the run. We'll see if that impacts whether or not this is a touchdown or not. It looks like it might.
The official that threw the flag is pointing back, and Burbank's
moving back.
Yeah, he's moving in their direction. A hold is going to be the call, so that'll nullify the touchdown and give us an opportunity to talk about Kevin Hernandez's big play as they mark this off. But he took the snap, he tucked it, he made it look like a run. He's run that a couple of times today. Defense says, it's tucked, it's a run, let's go. And it allowed Leo Lozano to get behind the defense. A nice play by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and 18. Hernandez hits Gael Guerrero, but just Guerrero not quite ready for that pass, so that's going to be a 2nd and 18.
And Haley, again, to get back to the point, no big play here. They're chipping away at it, but that means more offensive snaps, more opportunities to make the mistake. You are killing some clock, but that again, this is one of the times where Burbank has stopped themselves on that holding call.
So Hernandez, long snap, floats it in the air, grabbed by Rene Espinosa, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Bulldogs. What a play. There are several flags on the field, so again, We'll see what the call is here. It doesn't look like
There was a
they're
lot of
celebrating.
contact. There was a lot of contact there, and it's going to be, depending on the perspective there, was it the offensive receiver pushing off or the defensive back fighting him off? But it looks like the Bulldogs are stepping it off. We haven't had the indication yet, but all indications are that this one's going to go against Burbank. A lot of conversation. It may have been more than one penalty on the play. We're going to let the referee tell us about it, but don't put those points on the board just yet. This will be an interesting call, talking to two officials from different sides of the field. So a lot of this is going to deal with perspective. But again, with Burbank already lined back up, as if the penalty is against them, you wouldn't expect them to signal a penalty against Southwest Legacy. But again, not to belabor the point, Haley, but you got to run more plays. There's more opportunities for mistakes, and here we go. The white hat's going to tell us it's holding against the defense, interference against the offense. Those penalties will offset each other. So we're going to replay the second down. So there will be no touchdown, but no penalty marked off as they offset. We had holding on one side of the field. We had interference on the other side of the field. Penalties will offset. Replay the second down, both live ball penalties. And I hope they remember. They've already moved the chains and the down mark and everything. I hope somebody remembers exactly where they were. 18-yard line looks about right to me.
Yeah, Coach Mole went out on the field and was like, wait a minute, what's going on? What's going on right here? So a tiny bit of confusion, I think, from everybody. But looks like we're right back to where we started. Second down. Looks like 18.
They are chewing some time off the clock, but as we stand here, the Titans only one score down. They're not wouldn't expect them to need a whole lot of time to make a comeback.
And
if they can deny the touchdown, striking range.
Right, the clock is stopped now, so Hernandez is going to run up the middle. He's able to stay on his feet somehow, but is eventually brought down by, looks like number 8. I think actually it might be number 9, Desmius Rodriguez for the Titans.
Number 9.
Kevin Hernandez, well, you just can't ever assume that he's down. He's able to extend the play with his running ability. Whoops.
Oh, and that pass was batted away. He looked like it was going to be, I don't want to say an easy touchdown, but looked like it was going to be an easy pass to Rene Espinosa. Ball was tipped, but now we have 4th and 19.
A very relaxed delivery, as if Kevin Hernandez thought that receiver was there, but he didn't expect the deflection at the line of scrimmage.
And they're going for it. Hernandez rolls out, and there's definitely going to be a holding call. Great defense by the Titans, but there's going to be a holding call definitely for sure here on number 70 for the Burbank Bulldogs, Marcos Salas.
As Kevin Hernandez broke the pocket a little bit, the right tackle that did have to hold to keep his man from getting to Kevin Hernandez, but a lot of eyes on that and a couple of flags, and the pass was batted away anyway, incomplete. I would expect here, I don't see the official coming back here, but I would expect the penalty to be marked off. The ball's going to stay at the 18-yard line. If there was a hold, I'm just not clear as to why
they wouldn't put it into effect.
Oh well, they'd allow them to replay the down. That makes sense. I wasn't so. If you took the penalty, it'd be 4th down again. They want the ball back.
Yeah, just take the ball.
Sense.
Got it.
Yeah. I got it.
There we go. You just got to talk through it sometimes, right? So Southwest Legacy hands it off to James Ross. He has some room. We'll pick up the 1st down and then some. I don't know, Coach. Things are getting a little dicey here. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Yeah, these are two teams that made the playoffs in 2022, and Haley, I've got to knock some of the rust off too. First game for me too, so it took me a little while to process that situation. But of course, that was the right call. Deny the penalty, let the play stand, which was incomplete, and get the ball. You certainly don't want Kevin Hernandez and his Burbank Bulldogs to have another shot at the end zone. James Ross hadn't touched the ball in a little bit, and he did that time. A nice gain on the play from the 18 to the 35, so about a 17-yard gain for James on the play. The Titans are on the march. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go, down by 7. And we've got someone down on the field over there by the numbers. And again, you hate to diagnose from up here, but sometimes body language tells you it's something that's heat related or hydration related there. And you would expect that. Let's see, you would expect us in these conditions. It is still morning, so it still hasn't probably reached the peak of temperatures today, but it is extremely humid.
It's very humid, which, again, brings all that water out of these players. I think we've seen a few guys, looks like potentially cramp up. But he got off the field on his own power, always a very good sign. So that's going to bring up a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 for the Titans here, right at the 35-yard line. Plenty of time for them to score and level this game. Long pass there, just a difficult snap for Ramos. Wasn't able to recover and get a clean pass off.
Anytime the shotgun snap is now such a prevalent part of football at all the levels, but a bad snap at the quarter, it really kills any kind of a timing route. It kills any kind of a timing play. It's hard to recover, reach way down there and get the ball, get to threads, and hit somebody on something that was supposed to be timed.
Ball's given to Ross, runs up the middle. He's going to pick up the 1st down. Great run by Ross.
He fell forward about to the markers, looking at that official, a little bit short, still a couple of yards. We've got a 3rd down now on the down marker, and I would just have to guess, unless if they get any kind of positive yardage here, or maybe no yardage at all, I would just have to, I don't know, 5 minutes. You could still punt it.
Yeah, they could, depending, I feel like, on how many yards they get. I could see Coach telling them to go for it, but the handoff to Ross, and again, that could be close as well. I believe he's still short of the 1st down, so it's going to be 4th and a few inches.
The official on the far side brings it in. You can always watch him to see where the ball is going to be spotted. The umpire looks to the sidelines for a little bit help there, and it's looks like about a yard, so it just made it really tough for Coach Bruce here. He's thinking this one over, but he's leaving his offense on the field. 5.5 minutes. He might have time to punt, get a stop, and get the ball back, but this close, I mean,
they're going to go for it.
You can't blame him for making this call.
I feel like the momentum is on their side. We're going to get the run, but it looks like a stop by the Bulldogs. And sure enough, so that is going to be a turnover on downs for the Titans. And what a defensive stop. What a front there by the Burbank Bulldogs.
Edmundo Chavarria at the front of that charge, but he was helped by a bunch of defenders. So now the Titans defense will still be called to make a stop, but the ball in their territory, in Titans territory, Burbank taking control here.
So Burbank back on offense here, looking to score. We see a good tackle there by 61 for the Southwest Legacy Titans. Looks like it's Roland Segovia. They were looking to get the ball to Izzy Zapata, get some yards in.
It's exactly what you wanted if you are calling the Southwest Legacy Titan defense. But here to the hindrance of the Titans, only one timeout left they have in this half, so they're gonna they can't give up too many 1st downs.
Hernandez rolls to the outside, cuts to the inside. Looks like he's able to pick up the 1st down, is able to escape out of bounds, stop the clock for a minute.
Boy, just not what the Bulldogs were hoping, as they would. I'm sure they would have preferred
keep the
ball rolling and stay in bounds. But Kevin Hernandez is run out of bounds, and that stops the clock to the benefit of the Southwest Legacy Titans. We got 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up.
So Hernandez tucks to run. He's looking, tries to drive it up the middle. Is stopped, gains maybe 2 yards, so that's going to bring up 4th and long.
And again, this brings up the hybrid play. The Southwest Legacy Titans having to step up to defend. If Kevin Hernandez chooses to take the option of punting the ball, there's somebody there about midway there. They did drop someone back.
Yeah, they dropped someone back. I think that's the first time all game that the Titans have felt comfortable or dropping someone back. They will punt it off. We'll see if the Bulldogs can get there in time, but they cannot. So it's going to be 1st and 10, fresh downs at the 20 for Southwest Legacy. We will see if they're able to kind of put together that game-winning drive. So this is what I believe will probably be Southwest Legacy's last chance to either even the score or take the lead here.
I'm going to have to go along with you as well, Haley, with 1 timeout left, 3 minutes and 44 seconds to play. They're going to have to be very efficient. There is a penalty thrown way back in the defensive backfield, Burbank's defensive backfield. Usually it's that official who calls delay a game, but he's pointing into the Southwest Legacy Titans defense, or not their defense, but their huddle, and maybe he saw an infraction from the distance. Let's see what our referee tells us. No flag. No flag. Play will stand. No gain. 2nd down and 10. 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go. The clock should roll back up here pretty soon. And it does right there. And back to your point, Haley, if there's no way that at this point, there's no way that the Titans can hope to punt and get a stop and get the ball back with 1 timeout especially.
No. So they look long. Ball, oh, it's just almost picked off there by the Burbank Bulldogs. Almost was probably a game-ending turnover there. Looked like it was number 56, Dylan Sandoval.
Dylan Sandoval had a beat on it.
He wants to redo that one.
Okay, he wants to redo that one. That one had pick 6 written all over it, and certainly a dagger to complete the game, to end the game, or seal the outcome here. But that pass was from this hash mark to the far sideline. Just took a little bit of time to get there, and Sandoval able to close the gap and break that up.
Low snap.
We had someone leave the huddle straight to the sideline, and that's an illegal substitution. The referees have caught that, no play, and that'll go back 5 yards. So once you're in a huddle, you break the huddle, you got to break the huddle with 11. If you break the huddle with 12 and one guy leaves the field, that's an illegal substitution. So I'm not all that rusty, Haley. I can, I remember some of the things. So instead of 3rd and 10, now 3rd and 15, and the challenge becomes even greater for the Southwest Legacy Titans, trailing by 7. 3 minutes to go, 85 yards away from pay dirt, 1 timeout. Boy, you talk about strikes against you.
Got another flag. The ball was caught, though. Ball was caught there by Julian Rodriguez.
A flag from the sideline judge here usually means, I can't help but speculate, usually means offsides, and if they let the play run, usually means offsides against the defense.
Defense, yeah.
But it's a false start. They let the play run. Usually that's a dead ball. But in this case, it wasn't. False start against the Legacy Titans will nullify that reception and bring it back another 5 yards. So instead of 3rd and 15, now 3rd and 20 for the Southwest Legacy Titans. And the challenge is becoming greater and greater.
And, you know, Southwest Legacy had all of the momentum really coming into the fourth quarter. They had the last-minute touchdown by James Ross to end the third quarter, to start the fourth quarter. They had a good touchdown right around the 9-minute mark. So they had the momentum, but just seems they've been kind of stagnant here, haven't been able to get much going, and have been plagued by their own penalties, which is pretty much kind of extinguished that flame that they kind of had coming into this. Great grab, ball dropped by the Titans. Jaden Conchas.
Boy, what a nice route. Looked like he was going to be able to hang on to it. And he didn't, so this will bring 4th and long, 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Just feel like you got to punt here. If you were anywhere closer, if you had, you know, maybe if you were within 10 yards, you take a shot at it. But 4th and 20, I think the odds, if you will, are better, more in your favor if you'll punt it and try to get it stopped than they are if you try to get a play that's worth 20 yards here. So.
And Johnny Alvarado and company set back to receive, it looks like. Yet another flag.
Delay of game will back it up another 5 yards.
So wheels, looks like wheels have just kind of fallen off here for Southwest Legacy.
You know, Haley, you mentioned momentum a little while ago, and momentum is, you know, it's a funny thing. A lot of the momentum that the Southwest Legacy Titans had here in the second half was a direct result of miscues on Burbank's side.
Yeah.
And, you know, 2 bad snaps, 2 short fields, 2 scores, and all of a sudden you're feeling this momentum thing. And again, having to punt the ball away, the Burbank Bulldogs are going to have to secure the football, keep that clock running. They're going to have to snap it 3 or 4 times. And not have any miscues.
High punt there by the Titans. Takes a little bit of a Burbank bounce, but it's recovered there by Isaiah Labra.
About a 20-yard punt. We'll put the ball at the 25-yard line. The Burbank Bulldogs have 2 minutes and 41 seconds here to chip off the clock. And the Titans, with only 1 timeout left, they are not going to be able to do much to slow that down. So it's incumbent here on the Bulldogs. They're in charge, 7 points up. A little over 2.5 minutes to go. If they can secure the football, they can secure the W as well.
Snap to Kevin Hernandez. He's going to run to the outside, try to cut back towards the middle. Definitely trying to stay in bounds here, keep the clock rolling. He's brought down by number 42, Eli Sanchez.
Coach Mull getting some direction in there. He says, Kevin, don't you step outside those numbers. You keep this play inside the numbers. Don't you get near this sideline.
It was funny. He was cutting to the outside. You could tell he kind of said, wait a minute. Let me cut back.
He might have made eye contact right there with Coach Mull on the sideline. Says, oh, yeah, inside the numbers. I got you, Coach. And the clock ticking away. We're going to be under 2 minutes when this ball is snapped.
Kevin again, running it up the middle. He's open. He has time, and he is going to run in for the touchdown. There is a flag. Not to surprise anyone, but another flag on the field. So we'll see. It looks like this one probably is going to be called back.
Illegal shift is a preliminary indication. The referee will tell us it is an illegal shift, so you can take that touchdown off the board, but we'll replay the down here. You asked earlier in the game about Burbank's up-tempo. Haley, we said there's only one time they don't run up-tempo.
Yeah.
And here with
we're seeing it.
Yeah, we're seeing it right here.
Time running off the clock.
Taking every tick off the clock here as you would expect them, as you would expect a well-coached team to do. 12 seconds left, 12 seconds on the play clock here, and you can expect the Bulldogs to use every single one of those ticks.
Hernandez runs, is just able to break tackle after tackle after tackle for... Wow, and he's just playing with his food there. Hernandez able to run in for another touchdown, so despite the call being brought back, has another running touchdown. That's his second of the game. That's gonna put the Bulldogs up 33-20 with 1:15 left here in the game. We'll see if Gomez is able to put this one away with the extra point attempt.
Gomez missed his first attempt here this morning, but he's been perfect since, and he will continue to be so. 34-20 is the score. A minute and 15 seconds left to play. The Bulldogs will kick the ball off when we come back from our break. You are watching high school football on RC Audio Sports 2, our second channel. We'll be right back.
The On Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
And we welcome you back to Alamo Stadium, where the Burbank Bulldogs have taken a 34-20 lead. They're in charge here with a minute and 15 seconds left to play here in the season opener for both of these squads. Kevin Hernandez just scored a touchdown. And Haley, I don't know if I have a big enough data set for this, but when I've watched Burbank play, Kevin Hernandez is he's good for a late touchdown. So a lot of endurance, a lot of speed, and he just wears those defenses down. He feels like the defenses are vulnerable, and I think Kevin Hernandez has got at least one fourth quarter touchdown in every game that we have covered for the Burbank Bulldogs. A high lob right, again, as we've seen across the grain comes a return. Burbank Bulldogs, a good coverage there. They stay in their lanes, and the return brought back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and there's a flag here, so some sort of penalty.
You've got to be kidding me.
I know you're surprised. Refs are got to get in that motion of getting back in season.
The officials are going to have to get their shoulders
right. They're going to need ice.
They're going to need ice.
They're going to need ice after the game today.
But it's just one of the things that you'll expect. We saw a few games this weekend, and it's characteristic of the first game of the season, especially in these conditions of heat and humidity. But yeah, you'll see this. And what's the interesting thing about following a team or following sports on RC Audio Sports is you get to see the evolution of a team. You get to see the growth of the team, and you'll see both of these squads just make major improvements as they go through the season. The unsportsmanlike conduct is the call against the Burbank Bulldogs, a 15-yard penalty, and not to diminish the foul, but Haley, if I was wearing a helmet down there right now and shoulder pads, I'd be feeling pretty unsportsmanlike myself.
In this heat, I would have probably. You know me, Coach. I get a little sassy.
We know you. We know you, Haley.
The pump fake, and that is going to be a huge swarming tackle there, led by Burbank Bulldogs. Number 9, Ryan Vasquez. He is one of the captains here for the Bulldogs, but he just tore down Ramos. And it looks like Ramos is a little bit shaken up by that play.
Well, while the trainers tend to Ramos there on the field, we are going to take a short break. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
The life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We're able, we have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I'm a trial attorney.
And once again, we would like to welcome JLM Real Estate Investments to the RC Audio Sports team. We thank all of our sponsors for making this happen, and we would not be able to bring you high school sports like we do without the support of all of our sponsors. We appreciate them coming aboard as we head into the 23-24 season. This year, as we shared with you earlier, RC Audio Sports has got 2 channels on YouTube. Got a timeout on the field. We got 2 channels on YouTube, and we did that for this reason. We'll be this year there'll be several opportunities for us to stream concurrently. We'll have 2 games on at the same time, and so make sure that you are following our social media on Facebook, on Instagram, and on X, formerly known as Twitter.
You confused me. I was like, wait.
What? But we'll keep you informed about where your favorite team is going to be shown on a given night. You can make it easier for yourself by going to YouTube and following RC Audio Sports, or subscribing to RC Audio Sports and subscribing to RC Audio Sports 2. Hit the alert button and you will be notified anytime that we go live, and you'll never miss a game. So again, 2 channels this year, extended coverage, 2 teams, and we're looking forward to it. This is Robert Villafranca. I've been bringing you color commentating, if you will, analysis today. Haley Wilson, always great with the play-by-play. Isabella Diaz has been our technical director. Bobby Mendez producing this, and Cesar Mendez handling the cameras in tough conditions. We thank you for staying with us. If you were with us at the onset, we had to get through a couple of glitches. I think we're there now, and we're set for 2023 or 2023.
And Coach, I know if the score holds, which it's looking like it might, we see another flag, of course. As the score holds, right, we're going to have to pick a player of the game, both on the offense and on the defense for Burbank. I mean, we've had, I think, I'll speak offensively, a couple of different options. We've had several folks score. Leo Lozano had a receiving touchdown, a sophomore on the team. We had Robert Martinez, a junior on the team, who also received a touchdown. Of course, Justin Penuelas, he also received a touchdown. We even had freshman Roman Garcia come in, get a few snaps, make a few big plays there in the third quarter. But I know whose name we've said the most, I think, has been Kevin Hernandez. He's been part of all those receiving touchdowns and has had 2 running touchdowns of his own. And defensively, I mean, the Bulldogs have done a really solid job here.
The Bulldogs have several plays that they can add to their season highlights library already. That will be a defensive highlight. Pass batted down, but Penuelas with a great run, and then I believe over here on our sideline, Leo Lozano breaking some tackles and sprinting downfield. That was a nice play. So they've certainly made contributions to their highlight reel. But Haley, I'm going to say first game of the season. Kevin Hernandez back for his junior year. Has really kept control of this. Done a great job. He didn't look like he's got a whole lot of rust to knock off. Looks like he's gonna start right where he left off last year. And a challenging task for him is he's got a brand new head coach. Bulldogs have a brand new head coach.
I see a little bit of a run here for Alejandro Rodriguez, the backup quarterback here for the Southwest Legacy Titans. But Coach, before the game, we had the chance to chat with head coach Mike Mole of the Burbank Bulldogs. We have a quick timeout here. Looks like should be last. We'll keep it here. But we had a chance to talk with Coach Mole, and he said that their motto in the off season was just to stay super locked in. They weren't going to take any sort of days off. They were kind of come in and work hard every single day. He said that they had a couple of guys to look out for, and I'd have to go back and recall the interview, but they had an offensive lineman that switched over to being a defensive lineman, so they had some different position switches. But he said, when I asked him, hey, what can we expect to see this season? He said, we're going to hit harder than any team in the city, and we're going to be the fastest team out there. And based on what I've seen today, I find that to be true so far.
I know that the Burbank community and SAISD in general, SAI Athletics, the executive athletic director, Fred Anthony, looking for great things from the Burbank Bulldogs and expecting, Coach Mull to take this program right where Coach Harris left it. Coach Harris went on to take a head coaching position at Lee High School, and Coach Mull is here. He's taking on the reins of a team that made the playoffs last year with some outstanding athletes and good size. And I know that Coach Mull is excited to be here. I know the Burbank community is excited to have him here, and Burbank looks like they're going to take off again right where they left off. And they'll take a knee here. They've got to take one more snap, up by 2 touchdowns. I think the officials are going to reset that clock and say, no, that's enough. We've done it. So let's score this a win in the season opener for the Burbank Bulldogs. It'll be 34-20 a final score. We going to take a break, but Haley, can we have consensus on Kevin?
I think so. I think our offensive player of the game today for Burbank, Kevin Hernandez, a junior quarterback, led the Burbank Bulldogs to a win, had 3 throwing touchdowns, 2 running on his own. So Kevin Hernandez, he's going to be electric to watch this season. Congratulations, Kevin, for being named the RC Audio Sports Player of the Game.
Offensive player of the game. As the teams shake hands here this year, we're going to present offensive and defensive players of the game. So let's talk a little bit as the teams come across, shake hands, call this a game, and probably move to a cooler climb after this. But let's talk about defense and the Burbank Bulldogs defense. Again, a lot of times a defense is a group effort. It's very hard to pick one in that group that has shown for the whole game. But one name that I know that I called out a bunch here today, it was on a lot of tackles, and when he wasn't in the tackles, he was disrupting the play, setting the play up for someone else on his defensive squad to make the play. But I'm going to call out number 50, Joe Klein. He's a defensive lineman, plays in the interior defense. He's a senior on this team, and surely provides a lot of leadership. But I think Joe Klein is my call for that.
Yeah, Joe Klein did a fantastic job for the Burbank Bulldogs, and although gave up a couple of touchdowns there in the second quarter, they held on, or second half, excuse me, they held on when it mattered most, and were able to secure the victory in front of their home crowd. So what a great way to kick off the 2023-2024 RC Audio Sports year. Haley Wilson here with Coach Robert Villafranca. We had Bella doing all of our technical directing, Bobby on production. I want to say thank you to everyone and Cesar Mendez on camera. Can't forget Cesar, but thank you to everyone who tuned in with us. We're going to have 2 games, or I believe maybe even 3 games that we're going to be bringing you on Thursday and Friday of this week. So best way to stay up to date with what we're doing, follow us and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, aka X. But I think that's all we have for everyone today. And Instagram. I can't forget Instagram. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We're looking forward to bringing you the action all season long. And enjoy the rest of your weekend.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic. Just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.